Later on today, there's a chance to hear more points of view on the future of 4 salamander species here in Central Texas. The U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service is hashing out a recommendation they be added to the endangered species list. But some people argue the little amphibians are in no danger at all. KXAN's Angie Bevan shows us what the fuss is all about.
Well, lawmakers spent some of the day yesterday in the Avery Deer Spring salamander habitat. They were inspecting this creek here, which is home to many of those salamanders. The controversy is whether or not they're endangered and if all the development out here is making matters worse or if they're thriving perfectly well. Texas Congressman John Carter and chair of the House Committee on Natural Resources, Doc Hastings, did their own research in Brushy Creek to prove the salamanders are protected and don't need to be on the endangered species list. A couple of groups, the Save Our Springs Alliance and the Center for Biological Diversity, wanted the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service to take a look at the area. Now, also, though, Williamson County officials don't want the service listing the salamanders as endangered. The proposed listing could mean thousands of acres in Williamson, Travis, and Bell County would be subject to development restrictions.
I believe the majority of Williamson County will not be able to be developed. You know, most of these salamanders exist in western Williamson County, and that's where most of the growth is.
When we make our final decision, we'll ensure that we have the best science possible as to putting these species on the endangered species list or not.
Williamson County is one of the fastest growing counties in the nation. The decision made concerning these little creatures could ultimately determine whether or not that growth continues or if it comes to a screeching halt. In Williamson County, Angie Bevan, KXAN News.